What's that, an anthology series about video games? Sign me up. Hi, my name is Drew and welcome to another review video on Flying Wiener. If you're not familiar, I'm talking about Secret Level, which is a show that's on Amazon Prime Video. It came out in December and is about video games. So every episode, they're not long, they've got varying lengths, but basically between 10 and 20 minutes, most of them. Each episode focuses on a different type of video game and just sort of tells us a little story from that world. And a lot of people compare it to Love, Death and Robots, which is something I have also previously talked about on the channel a long time ago. Which is a show made by Netflix. It's about AI and future and robots and science fiction and stuff like that. Now, while I get on a surface level why you would want to make that comparison, because it's animated and obviously a lot of computer games also deal with futuristic sci-fi stuff, I don't feel it's a very valid comparison, because here the focus is really on, I feel, celebrating each and every video game, right? It's not trying to be something else. It's not trying to tell a great grand story or so. Where Love, Death and Robots sometimes, you know, it's really focused on the characters and little things that happen in these worlds. Well, yes, that's also very episodic. They're different. I feel, you know, they've got more leeway in what they're trying to do, and they're trying to do different things. Where here, it's really more of a celebration of video game stuff. Now, they released it in two halves, right? Not too far apart, I think a week or two apart. And I'm quite glad that I've now watched the whole thing, because even as a gamer and someone who likes to play shooter games and action games and stuff like that, the first half that they released was, I feel, too action heavy. So if it's a celebration of video gaming, it really did feel a lot like this cliche where people are like, oh, it's all just about shooting guns and killing people. Because that's a lot like what the first half of the anthology felt like. The second one definitely shook things up, and it switched things up quite a lot, which I enjoyed. As a whole package, I think it's excellent. Like I say, it's a great celebration of video games. They've already announced they're making a second series, which is great. There are obviously tons and tons of video games out there, fabulous ones, and yeah, they always, in my opinion, have a right to get free promotion, well, free, you know, to get more promotion, because there are some fantastic video games out there. As a gamer myself all of my life, it's a medium I will always support if I can, if it's worthwhile. There are a lot of things that go wrong in this business, but we won't talk about them. Ubisoft. Anyway, right. What is this about? Or rather, I'll tell you some standout episodes for me. And you've got a lot of different games. You've got games like, you've got Unreal Tournament, you've got Sifu, which is a sort of martial arts kung fu game. You've got Warhammer 40,000, Space Marine, which we're going to talk about a lot in a minute. But you've also got Outer Worlds. You've got one that sort of celebrates a lot of PlayStation things. You've got one about Pac-Man. So you've got different kinds of ones, right? And it's really good. The diversity, like I say, when you watch it as a whole, really helps. One of the standouts in that second half to me was Outer Wilds, which is a very, very humoristic sort of sci-fi franchise. I know it's made by the guys who made Fallout New Vegas, the game, I mean. And I had it on my list, and I'll be honest, watching this episode actually put me over the line. I was like, okay, I'm gonna get it, because I really just enjoy the world that they've built there. I love the humor. And I'm really excited to, at some point, who knows, my backlog's really long, to check out that game finally. Yeah, because there you explore humanity and guinea pigs and yeah, the little guys. Obviously, always in these sci-fi things, you've got just a little maintenance guy, and that's who we're focused on in this story, more or less. You know, just a little guy trying to get by, trying to get the girl who doesn't have eyes for him. She's, you know, thinking about scientific discoveries, etc., while he's sacrificing everything to just get close to her. It's really funny in a way. It's very tragic, but very funny too. I really loved that episode. The Sifu one was great. They've got different animations, by the way. They're not all animated in the same way, which can also be said of Love, Death and Robots as well. But I think that's great, because that gives an additional change up, switch up from one episode to the next. So they're all very well done. So the quality is incredible throughout. There's not a bad thing here. I didn't see a single thing where I was like, oh, that doesn't look weird, you know, too good, or that looks iffy or something like that. Nothing whatsoever. Really high quality animation throughout. Now my favourite episode, which will not come as a surprise to you, I mean I've got one of them here, all these Christmas baubles as well, Warhammer 40,000 Space Marine episode, to me was absolutely incredible. It's only 20 minutes long. I've been playing, I'm still playing the second Space Marine game, you know, it's just a dream come true just to be running around as a Space Marine. I loved the first Space Marine when it came out over 10 years ago. I'm actually about, in a week or so, I'm going to do the VR zero latency thing where you got a whole VR equipment and you're running around actually in a room with a gang of friends. Really looking forward to that. So that episode to me in this secret level was just the pinnacle. It was great. It shows you what these beasts of men are capable of as walking tanks, etc. So for a Warhammer nerd, this episode was just glorious from start to finish. You see again what tanks these Space Marines are. They run around, you know, you don't really get that if you're not into the lore, etc. But they're basically, they weigh a ton with all their armour, but they've got all these servos and additional organs, etc. that still make them fast and really incredibly dangerous as hell, you know. And watching them on screen moving how they're supposed to move, etc. It's just wonderful to behold the destruction that they cause. But the whole thing, you know, that also involves, as many things do in Warhammer, demonic stuff and just the design work there. I really loved it, and the psychic stuff, etc. It just shows you that there's so much there to explore, and there are examples here for many computer games. There's so many worlds that can be explored, and that's what I think what this anthology series does so well. It shows you the possibilities, snippets, and you're like, oh wow, I want to see more of that. You know, that's what I'm saying. It's a great advert for a game, because I mean, especially with Warhammer, there's decades worth of stuff there if you want to get stuck into it. Be wary, by the way, there's decades of stuff, so if you get stuck into it, you're going to be lost in there. You'll never get out again. The other things, like I say, there's so much potential for so many different things, which I think is wonderful. I mean, an Outer Worlds series would be fantastic. I mean, there's the Fallout series now on Amazon Prime as well, but Outer Worlds, as I understand, is different enough to be its own thing. So yeah, those are the kind of things where you can see a cult following easily develop. So yes, if you're curious, if you're a gamer especially, have a look at Secret Level on Amazon Prime Video. They're making more, so who knows, maybe your favourite game might be on there someday. I certainly hope so. I mean, I've got so many games that I love. I definitely hope that they'll come along and do stuff for them as well. Why not? I think it's great. Gaming should be celebrated. It's a great pastime. There's not really much media that makes you escape from your real world like gaming does, of course. So yeah, high recommendation from me on this show. It's very different, so even if you don't like one episode, you might love the next one, you know. So it's very, very different things that you get to see here. That'll be all from me today. If you enjoyed this video, please like, share and subscribe. This is the best way to support this channel. Leave a comment down below about Secret Level, your most enjoyed episode, or which games do you hope that they'll cover. Maybe Cyberpunk. I mean, that's been done on Netflix, I know, but still, obviously a great world to tell stories from. But any thoughts you have on that, please put it down in the comments below. I'll thank you for watching this video, and I'll see you in the next one on Flying Wiener. Take care. Bye.